Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Ask Rebecca radio show. Thank you for joining me. I hope everyone's week went well and it wasn't too intense for you. So tonight, I will be sharing predictions for both this week and next week, since I'll be unavailable to do the show live next week. Simon and I have been busting our butts for the last couple of years, getting our businesses off the ground, so we're finally taking a much-needed vacation. And, through hard work and some amazing friends in our lives, we are fortunate enough to make a bucket list vacation to Hawaii a reality starting next week. So I'm super excited. So I'll get right into it because, again, I'm going to do this week's predictions and next week's predictions. That way, this show will repeat itself next Thursday for you. That way you'll have that week's predictions. Anyway, so let's get started with this week's predictions, which run through to next Thursday, August 31st. These are general predictions for everyone in areas of love, work, finances, health, and spirituality. So let's see. Okay, so this week, the words that kind of came to mind were recovery, new prospects, new projects, spirituality, right and wrong, rules and the system being broken down. I do feel like you can expect to see some sort of disclosures and leaks about secret government programs, maybe even some UFO sightings. I feel like there's going to be some stuff that comes into your reality and your awareness that you may not have ever even considered or thought about. I do feel like there's rituals. There's also a feeling of burnout. So this week, expect to feel kind of fried, maybe feel exhausted. And then realizing like part of yourself sees life as one continuous struggle. So there's some of you that have been stuck in that cycle for a while where you subconsciously, you're not even realizing that's how you view life, that it's just one continuous struggle after another. And I feel like you'll be having some awareness surrounding that this upcoming week. I do feel like lots of you will be making major adjustments, especially in how you do things. Some of you will finally recognize another layer of distorted perceptions and old attitudes and old beliefs that you didn't or couldn't see before. And this is all thanks to that eclipse energy. So take some time off to relax, be gentle with yourself, and do things in a new, easier way. Be open to new information coming into your life. This week, you can expect the unexpected, too. Some out of the blue surprises will bring in something new to your life. I feel some of the new will actually be along the lines of what I call like the veils dissolving. There's layers of multidimensional, and I won't get into all of this craziness, but the veils are dissolving polarities and oppositions. So I feel like you'll see with your whole being, kind of, how intuitives and psychics, like we're all able to do this, and we're not special in that, but we tend to feel and do everything with our whole being versus just seeing with our eyes. And I feel like a lot of you are going to be experiencing this week that on some level or another. I do feel it will bring clarity and depth way beyond your current reality. For some, it will be something different than this internal process that I'm talking about. And everyone will experience this dissolving on some level or another. And again, this is thanks to the eclipse energy. It's about seeing the unseen. And seeing the unseen is more about seeing what's already around you in the here and now. And I feel like you'll become more aware of everything that's surrounding you and around you. It's all moving you to a new level of authenticity, a new level of being your true self, instead of the self that you think you should be or the self that you think others think you should be. So it really is going to be you getting more in tune with your true self. It's you. You're merging like who you were at the beginning of your incarnation with who you've become now and who you are becoming. So it's a level of you being able to embrace and pursue like your true purpose and fully walk the path of love. And again, it's going to manifest itself in different ways according to your own unique path. And everybody is in a different space and time, different levels, and we're all the same ultimately, but people will experience it in different ways because it's unique to your own growth and what it is. For you might have to get shoved a couple of times by the universe in order to realize something, where somebody else might just be able to go, oh, duh, got it. So we're all different in different capacities, but ultimately everybody's going to be experiencing something very similar. Now, some may experience this with challenges in order to work through another layer of unresolved issues. Others will almost instantaneously become self-aware and realize a big shift internally. And then for others, it will be like this gradual build. Either way, everyone will experience it to some degree. So hang on for the ride because it's going to be fun. Maybe not, whatever your idea of fun is. But overall, to me, these are exciting times. It's exciting. It's scary. It's getting comfortable with the unknown, but ultimately just hang on for the ride. Let's see. Work, for those of you employed. I feel like some will be struggling with staying organized and working within rules this week. It'll be a level of burnout. You're just feeling over it. I do feel like it's a good time to get involved in some groups at work or socialize in a group at work with coworkers. I do feel some will... I feel like some of you are going to be holding like training seminars, or while others will be attending those training seminars. Ultimately, there's this feeling of mentorship and teaching this week, and some will be seeking teachers and mentors. Others will be finding them, and some will be being them, I guess, is the way that I could explain it. Overall, I feel like work should be going fairly well this week. For those of you who have had things rough at work lately, I do feel like you'll begin to experience some relief this week, and you'll realize the only person that you can truly control or affect in this particular situation that's been stressful at work is yourself. So just stay positive and figure out what's best for you. And, that answer may be you don't want to stay employed where you are anymore, or you figure out, what? It is what it is. I'm going to just roll with it and move on. Those of you looking for work, I do feel, I feel like this week things are kind of slow in the prospect department. I feel like you just need to do what you can behind the scenes, apply for jobs, tweak your resume. And I do feel like you need to just apply for jobs that really pique your interest, and maybe something that sparks some kind of knowing or passion for yourself. And I feel like you just need to apply for it, even if you think you're not qualified. So just do it. Who cares if you get rejected? It doesn't matter, again, I just feel like putting that energy out there is going to work in your favor. So stay positive and keep a good attitude. It's coming. Love, committed relationships. Overall, I feel like things will be going well. It feels like everyone will be, I feel like everybody's going to be playing like their traditional expected roles of societal norms, like, whatever the wife role is supposed to be in a relationship and whatever the husband role is supposed to be. I kind of feel like everybody's going to be just sticking to the traditional ways of doing things. And I feel like that's probably a good route to take. I don't feel like this week is the week to buck the system, and to me, it feels more like an internal realization of things that may be going on within your relationships and how you think things should be. I just feel like don't outwardly express that. Just stick with your societal norms this week, and you don't want to ruffle any feathers because it's just not worth it. Save it for another day. I do feel some of you will once again have like another aha moment about what a happy and meaningful love relationship looks like for you. And I feel like there's going to be this deepening of realizing you deserve love, right? Like you deserve love. You deserve all the things that you envision and want for yourself. And I feel like that's going to be another layer happening for some of you. Now, some of you also, you're still in toxic relationships, and even some that I would consider abusive relationships, whether they're mental abuse, physical abuse, but there's some level of toxicity that's happening here. And I really feel like you're going to bring another level of awareness to this and have an uplifting moment within your self-worth. I feel like, really consider to choose to leave a situation that's unhealthy and abusive. You have the power to do this, even though it may feel like you don't. I feel like let the fear be a motivator to get you some help. Reach out to anybody and everybody, outsider, stranger, anybody. It doesn't matter. Just put it out there. Call me, whatever. Just trust your instincts. If it's time to get out of this relationship, it's time to go. You deserve better. No matter what you did or ever said or done or whatever the case is, you do not deserve abuse in your life, okay? So please reach out. There's tons of resources. Don't be afraid. Okay, I won't dwell on that. Those of you looking for love, my singles, I feel you'll be having a similar aha moment and realize the person sitting across from you on the first date or second date has all sorts of red flags, and they're red flags that you've overlooked in the past with other relationships. So don't let history repeat itself. Get the hell out of there. Eat and go. A girl's got to eat. Guys got to eat. Whatever. Have your coffee and then say thanks, but no thanks. Love and value yourself more. Okay. So get out of that. No sense in repeating history. Finances. This week is a good week for investments that are conservative and stable. So don't take chances on unusual stocks, bonds, or methods, or, somebody that you don't know and was like, hey, I heard this. Don't do that. Stick with conservative and stable if you're looking to invest this week. I also feel those of you who've been struggling financially, I feel this week is a good exercise for you to count your blessings and be grateful for what you do have in order to manifest more of what you want. And, I know it kind of sounds silly, but I promise you, when you can bring your awareness and feel blessed, it just comes to you tenfold. You just got to give it a little time to work and practice feeling grateful for what you do have. I mean, there's something, you're alive. That's one thing to be grateful for, Anything. You could find the smallest thing. Oh, I found a penny. Awesome. Just focus on those things. That way you can create more abundance in your life. And the other thing I feel like you need to focus on, one is sticking to thinking positive and working on your self-esteem, and that will help with the financial aspects. It's connected to your self-worth. Let's see. Health. The words that come to mind are discipline, order, and commitment. I do feel like those will be the theme for any health challenges that you're dealing with this week. Also this week, I feel like all my dwellers and obsessors that, have a tendency to dwell on things and obsess and keep going on over and over. I do feel like this will be a week that you're going to be fighting the good fight to let go of what someone did to you or what happened in the past. Like, I just feel like past stuff is going to be coming up, and it's coming up to be resolved. So don't shove it back down, and don't try to avoid, and don't try to resist, because if you do, it's going to manifest itself in a health issue, some sort of health crisis. So, it's not going to be as bad as you think. Just let it come up. And if you need some pointers on learning how to forgive people and forgive yourself, reach out to me. I'm happy to send you a list that I have of 30 ways to forgive someone. Spirituality. I feel like many of you will be concerned with your spirituality this week and the coming weeks, since you're your soul, consciousness, spirit, whatever word you use, it's expanding, it's growing, it's evolving. And I feel like you need to allow yourself to make consistent time for your spirituality, and then you'll see the changes in your life fairly quickly. Again, I feel like it's going to be this natural thing. People are going to be drawn. There's another great awakening that's happening, and everybody's going to be Googling, looking, and searching and seeking. Your soul is calling out. It needs fulfillment. And I feel like, allow yourself to go there. Don't worry about what other people think. You need to just pursue what's inside of you. And I do feel like, again, everybody's going to be looking for new information in regards to things that you'll be experiencing internally. So I feel like, a lot of you are going to be having questions next week where you're going to be experiencing things that seem really odd and strange. And it's just your awareness is expanding. Again, if you have any questions or anything, just reach out to people and get some clarity. Again, big shifts that are happening. So that wraps up the predictions for this week. Let's go ahead and do a moment of Zen really quickly. And what I want to do is I just want to send you some energy to help increase your vibration, to make it a little bit easier to take on these energies that are surrounding you when it comes to expansion and awareness. So if you close your eyes, open your palms, take a couple of deep breaths in and out. Tell yourself that you're open to receive, and I'll let you know when you can open your eyes. All right, go ahead and open your eyes. So now I'm going to go ahead and get started with next week's predictions, which run from Thursday, August 31st through September 7th. And again, these are general predictions for everyone in areas of love, work, finances, health, and spirituality. So the general theme for that week is belief, trust, success, money, feeling strong and good, respect, self-love. I feel like there's going to be focus on work and career. Empowerment feels very strong for that week. I feel like there's a strong feeling that many of you will be experiencing a conscious knowing of full acceptance, comfort, and confidence in who you really are, while simultaneously revealing your natural, authentic self to your world, to the people in your life. I feel like it's going to be there's going to be those of you that leap in and take care of it right away. Like, boom, you're just like, I'm not hiding myself anymore. This is who I am. You're coming out of the closet in whatever respect that is. In my own way, I hid my psychic abilities and all the weirdness that I can connect with out there in the universe. And it's liberating. Just be yourself. If people don't like you for who you are, who cares? You don't need them in your life. Trust me, cut them loose so that you can attract the people that are going to help empower you and make you feel amazing and that you can love and respect in return. So again, just shine, be yourself. And I feel like a lot of you guys are going to be going through that the week of the 31st. And again, everyone will experience some level of a profound quiet. And I feel like it comes on unexpectedly. Like, I feel like you could be in the midst of all these things happening around you, and then all of a sudden you just feel like you need to be quiet and you need to rest, and you just feel the need to be still and reconnect with your true core self. And, that state of being is called quantum deep, and it's a beautiful experience, and I do feel like some of you are going to be having that experience the week of the 31st. Now, for all of you, I feel like a major aspect of your life is now able to move forward into your true life. And it feels like it's freedom of some sort, a new level of living your truth without restraint or fear. And I feel, for me, again, a lot of it is connected to being yourself and pursuing those things that you've always wanted to pursue. And I feel like some of you will be seeing the beginnings of birthing something new and precious, something that can have a powerful effect on the world. So I feel like some of you will be awakening to your own gifts and abilities, or your own like amazing ideas of how you can pay it forward in the world and how you can affect real change in all the chaos that seems to be happening. So to me, whatever it is that you're going to tap into, to me, it feels like it's going to bring transformation, trueness, and love. So I'm super excited to see what all of this eclipse energy has just bubbled open and is going to manifest in everyone's lives. It's super exciting. And again, I feel like some of you are going to have some really powerful transformations the next couple of weeks and throughout the rest of the year. There's going to be so much growth and expansion the remainder of the year, and new and exciting things that are going to happen. And then next year, I just feel like a lot of that's going to come to fruition, and you'll really, really see the fruits of your labor. Okay, so work for those of you that are employed the week of August 31st. I do feel like there's an older male that will play a major role at work. You know, he may be a boss or a coworker in some way that may be, a position above you, or you report to this person. I feel like he's wise. I feel like he's fair, but I feel like he's quick to pass judgment. And I feel like the week of the 31st, this guy is going to be extra judgy. So, but I do feel like he's a fan. I feel like he likes you, or, likes the people that he works with. But for some reason, that week, he's going to be extra judgy. Don't take it personal. It's just another way the universe is trying to trigger some residual junk that you need to deal with. So if you find yourself being triggered by this person, just take a couple of deep breaths and bring some awareness to it and realize, okay, maybe I have some issues myself where I judge people, or, however you need to rationalize and realize that within yourself. Let's see. Oh, I do feel like lots of you will be feeling proud of yourself. There's a sense of accomplishment at work. Even if you haven't seen any real financial gains during that week, I just feel like you'll be loving and respecting yourself more. It'll be good. It's going to be a good feeling. Those of you that are looking for work, I feel like several of you are going to land jobs that week. I definitely feel like new jobs are abound. So congratulations. I feel like you have lots to bring to the table. So be proud of yourself and just go for it. And again, I feel like it feels several. So whatever that means, there's a bunch of you. Love, committed. So I feel like any dissatisfied couples will finally be discussing what the issues are. And I feel like for some of you, it's going to be the same discussion again. And then there's those of you that have already done the work and you've already talked about your dissatisfaction in some way. I do feel like you guys are going to be moving into this feeling of more comfort and content with each other. I do feel like some of you will be dealing with the whole equals thing, like who's doing what, who isn't taking care of the relationship, or who is carrying the weight of the relationship. So I feel like you guys are going to be talking about that. Sort it out respectfully. Remember, you're on the same team and you love each other. There's no point in like bickering and fighting and blaming. Talk it out. I do feel like some of you will decide to move on after realizing the same old argument, with the same resolution, which is nada. So, move on. There's no sense. Can you live the rest of your life in this relationship? You could live another 50 to 100 years. You never know. Figure it out. Those of you looking for love, I feel like some of you singles will be meeting potential soulmates, yay, who are going to love you for you. So make sure you're being 100% yourself on any dates this week, and things will fall into place nicely. Others who recently met someone new and have been hanging out a bit, I feel like you're going to find out this person is totally into you, they're vibing you guys are vibing each other, and it has a really good positive feel to it. Then there's those of you who are mentally wanting to date or have been on the market but feel like you haven't met anyone. I feel like your energies focus more, again, on career and work and other things, so you're not really putting energy into it. And again, if your energy is all over the place, it's not going to work out. Sorry, I got to speed up. I only have a few minutes left. Finances, money, it's an upswing this week. You'll be seeing financial rewards for all your hard work. Share the wealth when and where you can, even if it's giving a couple of bucks to someone. Money's just money. You can't take it with you. And when you give from a space of love, it comes back to you. And make sure to stick a little something aside for a rainy day. Health, some of you are in need of venting your negative feelings again. Do it, get it out. Be thoughtful about how and where and when you do so. I do feel like some of you are going to just explode emotionally before realizing what happened. Apologize after the fact. Don't be a jerk. Those of you who started exercising and dieting or lifestyle changes will see or really notice the results this week. I feel like some of you are going to wake up and be like, holy crap, I got abs. Where did those come from? Or, oh my God, I'm down 5 pounds. Spirituality. Some of you have been hung up on and feeding money issues for years, focusing on lack, need, want, and security. This week it's going to shift to feeding your soul. Don't be afraid of change in your spirituality. Some of you have been stuck doing the same thing over and over again. New information is always being presented in the spirit world. There's always a deeper level of understanding. I got 10 seconds, so I can't do the moment of Zen for that week. So this wraps up the week. For this week and next week's predictions. I hope everyone has a great 2 weeks, and I will see you live again on September 7th from Kona, Hawaii. And I hope everyone has a good night, and thank you for tuning in. And if you want to get a hold of me, you know how to reach me at AskRebeccaToday@gmail.com or 407-374-3133. Thanks!